go, here we go. I believe we are live. Got the Spooky School of Fish versus Pookie Patrol. Not entirely sure. Oh, as the names. Nice. Unibot, Reklat's Spooky Fish Hartzell versus no names, but that is Pierre, Feoria, Mukasol, Miserable, and River Otter. Miserable Bean is subbing for someone. Not sure. Not sure. How do I chat? Yeah. Let's get the chat going. But where? Oh, wait. What? Oh, that's what I did. I see. Okay. There we go.
Indeed, I do.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
How we doing?
I am doing pretty good. I just came from eating, actually.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, I thought I'd co-cast just a little bit with you, because, we were supposed to actually be playing, or my team was supposed to be, practicing, but, turns out, one of our players couldn't play. So,
Oh, no.
yeah, so we're just kind of,
Yeah, stuff.
yeah, so I'm just here.
Nice, nice. Alright, let me forward you the drafting stuff. But yeah, we were well into the first draft. I've not really been paying attention, but that is a... looks like a fish Twitch Yumibot Malphite.
Okay.
And then they have Syndra locked in for spooky action, I believe. So that's, I think, one of his comforts. So I have not seen Fish play Twitch, but I also haven't seen Fish play much.
I wouldn't be surprised if they picked the Twitch to just flex because of Reklats.
Oh yeah, he does play jungle, doesn't he? I forgot about that. Yeah. And then that looks like a Udyr jungle on Feoria, one of his most comfortable picks. He knows my thoughts on it. I don't think that champion does anything, especially in the jungle role. But to each their own. Kaisa ADC, who's playing ADC? That's Mukasol. Okay.
Yep, that would be Mukasol.
And then it's probably a Bean Xerath mid, if I had to guess.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Cool.
What are your anticipations for this game?
Like who's gonna win, you think?
Yeah.
Honestly, it really could go either way. I think Spooky School of Fish, that team seems kind of strong. I haven't seen Yumibot play much of top lane though, is my biggest concern with that. Obviously, he's on my team, or he was on my team in the other rec league. He's a very strong support player, but I'm not sure how that's transitioning to top lane at the moment. And Pierre, as we know, is a very solid, reliable top laner. So yeah, in my eyes, it kind of depends how that goes.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Jungle matchup is what, Feoria versus Reklats? Reklats is a good jungler, but he just doesn't play all that much. Yes, Nero is co-casting for now. he doesn't play that much. Um, Wait, can you hear Nero, or is that
Oh yeah, I can.
okay? But like, can the Twitch chat?
Oh,
I don't know if I have it set up correctly.
maybe. Oh yeah, maybe. I wonder if Kobe can hear me. I'll just ask him a question. I did send I sent a message in our group in our server asking if we still wanted to play. So because we
Okay,
do have only four.
perfect. We can hear you a little bit quiet. Not sure how to change that though. Turn you up on Discord. Maybe that'll help.
Okay, Kobe Kobe replied. So
Perfect.
might be here for one game, maybe two.
Yeah.
We'll
Just
see.
whenever you're feeling.
So it's actually Twitch Jungle. I wonder how Twitch does into Udyr. I know Twitch clears really slow compared to Udyr.
Yeah, Udyr has that is like the one thing is Udyr has an insanely fast jungle clear, if done right. And obviously
Yeah.
Feoria plays so much Udyr, he's gonna do it right. Um, and farming champions in the jungle are pretty strong right now, so we'll see. In terms of this whole team comp, I think Spooky School of Fish, their game plan, it looks to me way easier to execute than Red Side's Pookie Patrols.
Yeah.
Just because they have so many simple just hit alt buttons, and then
Yep.
Recklats can fire, spray and pray. Spooky action
Yeah.
can burst down the Kaisa or Xerath, stuff like that.
I do think they're pretty heavy on the AP side because
Mm.
knowing Reglats, he's gonna go AP.
Yeah, that's also something I was a little worried about. I mean, you have the Ash, I guess, to kill Scion, like the tanks, Scion Rel, but really would prefer an AD Twitch, but I don't know how viable that is in the jungle.
Probably not. I think assuming I not assuming. I think just knowing how easy Twitch is, he cannot clear those very well. So
Yeah,
I I think
that's
it
fair.
makes sense for him to go AP.
That's fair.
I guess you could say that Pookie could Patrol is also kind of on the AP heavy side too. Because I don't think AD Kaisa is very viable, at least
Mm-hmm.
considering the fact that Dusk and Dawn is so strong right now.
Yeah, Dusk and Dawn is insanely strong. The good thing about Kaisa builds though is I feel like you can just kind of you get like your 180 attack speed and like AP or whatever, and then you can just kind of build however you want for like the rest of your items. We are into
Yeah.
game here. Let's set this up. Scoreboard.
Sorry, I have my nephew and nieces in the back, so we might be hearing them for a bit.
No
They're
worries.
playing Mario,
Nice.
Mario or something.
Nice. New map. These are all good. Not good. Boom. And that should be it. Oh, and direct cam. Alright, we do see a ward coming out onto the Raptor Pit by Recklats. So we know where this Twitch is pathing. Or we know, we know where the Udyr is pathing.
I'm interested as to why Feoria likes to go the Q level 1 for his clear.
Oh yeah, I could not tell you. I would know next to nothing about that champ other than like his CC abilities.
Yeah. I only asked that because like I've played a fair amount of Udyr jungle and I've always
Mm.
done like Raptor start R just to kind of get the fast clear into Krugs and Red.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't played him for like the past like 6 months, so I can't say anything.
Okay, River Otter taking a good engage here. Herzl getting caught just a little bit before they hit level 2, and it's a lot of his HP chunked.
Yeah. I'm surprised that both mid laners opted for the arcane comment
Mm-hmm.
for the poke.
Yeah, both very long range. Probably not going to be seeing too much action in the mid lane if I had to guess this game. Just a lot of back and forth
Yeah.
wave trading, maybe some poke, someone recalls, you know. The bot lane, this is a 2v2 lane if I've ever seen it. They are fighting to the death.
Yeah, they seem like they want to trade pretty often. Cause it kind of, I feel like both ADCs are pretty strong at level or
Mm-hmm.
early trades, and so it could go both ways. I think
Yeah.
Kai'Sa has the advantage though.
Yeah. Yeah, if Fish can use Ashe like extra range on Kai'Sa to an advantage, then I mean there's definitely some outplay potential there, but it's not easy, especially when you have a Rel sprinting at your face.
Yeah.
And then top lane, as far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure Sion counters Malphite theoretically, but
I wouldn't know.
yeah,
I wish I could tell you.
yeah. I mean, based on the very early lane phase, it seems to be that way, but we'll see how it goes later into this game. And I mean, Malphite always has the added value of just clicking R
Yep.
in the mid to late game.
I wonder if we do get to a mid and late game how Pookie Patrol is gonna be playing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the calm definitely dies out if one of them gets caught, one of their carries. Fairy appearing at the top lane again, or not once again, but
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
Yeah, and that is a double crab for the Udyr jungle. Pierre instantly popping flash, Redcloud's flashing forward to get that first blood, and that's 2 Dark Seal stacks. That's worth a flash in my books. Sion, unfortunately, not getting all of that wave. Probably gonna have to TP. Yeah, right back to lane. Pierre is kind of putting Yumibot in a really bad spot here, as earlier trades forced out the Malphite's TP, and now Pierre, realizing that he has no mana, just decides to freeze the wave, and that's a really heavy freeze with that many minions. It's not going to be easy
Yeah,
to get back to lane without losing 2 waves.
Yeah, Yumibot's definitely gonna lose a lot for having to recall like that. I wonder if knowing that he frees top, Fair is gonna do something pretty heavy on the bot lane.
Mm-hmm. Very likely, as we see, this is now the second camp rotation, so we're looking at Dragon. A little late, but don't have to be there on spawn necessarily.
Yumi breaks the freeze at top lane, which is kind of helpful for him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Redclots might end up getting this kill, yeah, onto Feoria, and this is just going from what looked like a decent play to kind of a death spiral for this this Twitch. And yeah, that's now 6 Darksteel stacks at 6 minutes into the game. 1 for each minute.
That Twitch is definitely gonna be scary now.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, and that play initially looked good. Like, the River Otter setup was on point. Flash Q forcing out the Ashe's flash, NCCing, and then we get onto Herzl. They just weren't aware that Twitch was going to be down there and got surprised, I think, by the sneaky, you know.
I think after playing with Redclots for the past I'd say day or so, I think he's pretty proactive in the jungle.
Oh yeah.
And so I think just seeing those plays, I think Fairy and them definitely have to be a little careful about what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Spot of Cup is given to red side. Yep.
Spooky actually landing that QE onto the Xerath, chunking a little bit of his health bar. Herzl also coming in at the same time, but opting not to look for anything more as the E is probably a little out of range.
Sounds like my nieces and nephew are having fun.
I'd hope so. Oh, Pierre might have spotted the Twitch there. Yumi bot flashing on top of Pierre to stop him from getting away, and that is going to be a dead Scion. That Twitch poison goes crazy. Bean trying to snipe the rat, but unfortunately gets that Q reset, and he just kind of walks away.
Unfortunate.
And back to clearing.
I wonder how they're gonna answer the rat now since he's 3-0 with almost 10.
Yeah. Still at a one Dark Steel stack a minute, actually, which is a little silly. At the very least, red side does pick up the Void Grubs. It's, you know, not ideal, but better than nothing. But yeah, this is like the exact gambit that you are opted into by picking Twitch jungle is if you get this many Dark Seal stacks, this many kills and assists like this early into the game, you're probably gonna be a monster. But at the same time, like he only has 64 CS. Like if there's answers to that, then it's not gonna be easy. But so far, it's been paying out.
Yeah, Pew putting a lot of pressure onto Yumi bot. Oh, play at the bot lane.
And that will be a 2-for-1 in favor of Spooky School of Fish. Yeah, that was just a really well coordinated Ashe ult, Leona ult, and then spray and pray right on top of it. And that was kind of what we were calling out in the draft, where they have a lot of just click R on these guys' buttons and the fight goes well, you know. And that's kind of what happened.
Oh, Fish opting for the Bork buy. I think assuming that if he's gonna fight the tanks for Twitch, it might be helpful.
Yeah, I think very smart decision making. And that's a low HP Bean, but not quite dead. Reklat's running back up and fighting Pierre, and I think Pierre's going to fall, yeah. And it's another case of they just clicked R and the laner kind of died. There's not much to do about it.
Oh, another play in the bot lane. Lucas Hooker
Hurts.
just barely making it out alive.
Yeah, just nice little bit of fancy footwork there to dodge Leona ult, get him to safety. And now Herzl in a little bit of danger, but hooks onto Muka, and this looks really good for blue side actually. Or at the very least, a 1-for-1. You know, if Ash was in any other spot there, then that's probably just a purely winning fight for Red, but at this point they kind of have to take what they can get. And they are taking a lot of poke from that preemptive Twitch ult just to try and secure this Baron, but they're not completely giving up yet as they're looking at this blast cone to pop over the wall. And that's going to be a Feoria Dragonsteel.
I think that's pretty big for Red side considering the fact that Red
Yeah.
will no longer have 10 Darksteel stacks.
Yeah, no, this is humongous pickup. Both killing the Twitch, killing his stacks, getting the dragon, stalling the game out a little more, or at least away from a spiral, and a big shutdown. That's a huge shutdown onto Mukasol, which is pretty much who you wanted on this game. Being just barely getting out damaged there in the mid lane as Syndra, you land that QE, then you're kind of hitting the whole combo. That's a lot of guaranteed damage.
Well, looks like there's going to be a play making a top.
You're alting forward to cut Yumibot off, but Yumibot has the ability to just ult out or ult in with Reklets here, and that's going to be a very dead Feoria. And Pierre is going to have to run away. Bean looking to snipe Yumibot, but most shots missing, ends up flashing the last one. Reklet's in a bit of trouble here too, though, and that's a Comet coming in clutch for a kill. And that's also huge, now down to 2 stacks of the Stark Seal.
They really closed the gold lead now ever since Reklats had died at.
Yeah. Yeah, Pierre this game looks like he's going to be just a monster. It was 3 deaths, but that's average Scion gameplay, you know.
Spooky action dying on their tower.
Being playing that tower aggro very well. That's a good dive. Lots of value gain there. And now, despite the kills being 11-5, Red side is now up in gold by about 500, 400. That's Spooky School of Fish's bot lane just kind of clicking their R's again, and they're not the easiest abilities to dodge. And yeah, Mukasol getting punished a little bit for not deciding to take cleanse this game into the Ashe Leona lane.
I think blue side could probably win this game by just feeding off bot side pretty often.
Mm-hmm.
People basically that can deal damage from multiple parts of
Ooh.
Here again.
Yeah, dies to the auto attacks despite dodging one of those Qs. And that's some Dark Seal stacks on the Syndra now too. Pierre looking to go all in on this Yumibot, but unfortunately not quite finding the damage to finish him off. Unless... Oh, it's just so close. He has the one more auto after hitting the E just to barely get that. And now he is paying the price. And that price is giving more Dark Seal stacks over that Twitch.
Might not be what they want.
No, but it felt good. At the same time, on the other side of the map, never mind, more stuff happening. Spooky action looks like he's gonna fall here. Recklets does not have quite enough DPS with this build to do much of anything there. And Fish also falling. Lots of action coming out here in the 16th minute of this game. 17th.
I think Red Side is doing a pretty good job at trying to answer certain problems that they're having on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they were able to pick up that kill on Ash, kill Spooky as he was rotating, transitioning that into objectives too. It's all really good. Bean will fall again to lots of CC. And there's some ults, and Recklets gets another kill.
The go buttons with the R.
Yeah. Kind of goes crazy. And Red Side has pretty good go buttons too. They're just a little bit more scripted and not as easily reactive. Or more easily reacted to, I should say.
Seems like Spooky actually ended up dodging all the
Yeah.
projectiles.
I couldn't quite tell from the directed cam, but
Yeah.
he does make it out of there, at least with a little bit of health. Both top laners running a little here, but they are fighting to the death as top lane tradition dictates. Recklot's eyeing up Pierre. He says, I want more stacks. Even though he's already at 10. Pierre trying to get out a little bit of desperate ults. I think he actually had to wait a little bit to regen mana just to get that ult off, and unfortunately had to regen a little bit too much as Yumibot was able to catch up and stop it, securing that kill. Herzl looking onto Feoria here. Recklot's on the way, forces the flash, and that's about it. But yeah, this is now a 2-item Twitch. 10 Dark Seal stacks, like that's not easy to go up against. 11 kills at 20 minutes. Yeah, if you are Kaisa or Xerath or really Udyr too, arguably, I'd play pretty scared if I were them. Scared of all of the shadows on the map, because anyone could contain a rat. Recklot's lurking just barely out of vision here, so he knows his Twitch ranges.
I'm surprised they don't opt for diving Kaisa on the tower with Yumibot.
Yeah.
With his ulti.
Yeah, with Yumibot, Ashe ult, there's a lot that could have been dropped, but opted not to, maybe wanting to fight over an objective, which I respect. Or maybe just seeing that, hey, we don't see anyone on the map, let's maybe not do that. Herzl in a little bit of trouble here, but Recklot starts opening up, and Herzl finds Leona on top of the Ashe ult and the Syndra stun, and that Kaisa just cannot play the game. That looked very, very sad. Yeah, and this is going to be a lot of kills. That's a 4 for 0 into a 21-minute Baron off of what looked to be a pick onto the Leona originally.
I wonder if Fish will ever buy that new support item that everybody keeps going on Ash.
Oh, Bandle pipes. Oh god.
How do you feel about
Oh
it?
god. Listen, I haven't tried it, so I can't say definitively, but it doesn't seem very good.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem very good, for sure.
Well, looks like I said.
Pierre with the flash ult bounces off the wall onto Herschel, and Pierre is not taking damage here, but his team kind of is. Ash starts changing targets, and that is a dead red side.
It's super rough with red side. Not being able to make any trades or get any kills out of the team fights that they
Yeah.
try to, that happens.
Yeah, it's not ideal. No team fights. And it looks like... Oh, no, he did find it. With maybe the last Zerathol charge. On spooky action there. I hear you guys that Nero is quiet, but I don't know how to change that. I apologize. That might be a mid-game question. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Could certainly try.
I have everything at max.
Oh, no, it's cooked.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, because my stuff is at max too, so I'm not sure. Not sure what's going on here. Maybe hold on. If I do one of these, volume mixer. Boom. Maybe? I don't know. Let me know. In the meantime, it looks like Blue Side was able to find a pick onto the Kaisa.
Yep.
And they're looking for more now as Malphite onto the two of the people there, but at the same time, Ash Leona fighting this Pierre, and that's really who you want, DPS on the Scion. And that's a winning fight mid as well. Despite
With
River
the
Otter.
changes with the LDR, having Giant Slade helps a lot with this team now, with being able to answer their tanks while Twitch gets into the backline.
Okay. Oh shit. When did they add that? What?
they added it at the start of the season, Giant
No way.
Yeah.
What? I did not know that.
They've had it at the start of the season, I think.
No, that's crazy. Fuck. Dude, that was like my favorite part of the old LDR. I was wondering why it was like so much more expensive than Mortal Reminder now. But yeah. Alright.
Yeah, they reverted it back because I guess I don't remember what they said, but I assume it's just because like now that top laners get level 20, it's like tanks. If there's tanks at top lane, they gotta have ADCs be able to
Kill
shred
'em.
through them if
Yeah.
there's a need. Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, yeah. Alright. I'm building that every game now. Let's go. Fish walking a little bit forward there just to slap that tower twice, and tower did not like those slaps. Directed cam having a little bit of a stroke, but a little more stable now. Oh, never mind.
There's a little too much happening on the map.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Someone needs to stop fighting. I don't care who. And it's
Well,
not going to be spooky action as he goes down swinging, or rather, punches. Pierre looking under this Recklets, but really just not doing damage. And to be honest, neither of them really do that much damage to each other. Like, one of them needs to get out of this lane. And it's not going to be Pierre, let me tell you.
definitely not. I think they need to figure out a way to kind of answer Pew,
Mm-hmm.
because they're gonna slowly start bleeding a lot after team fight.
Yep.
But I think blue side probably doesn't have to care too much though.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that they can get through their. If Scion isn't there, then I think they can just get through their front line really easily.
Mm-hmm. And that's Twitch opening up by himself onto two members of Red Side, and that's Kaisa's flash pretty much instantly burned, as staying any longer probably would have been death.
This would be a huge solo for blue side to keep themselves fighting continuously. As the armor and MR continues.
Pierre with a pretty big flank looking onto Ash, and that's Ash down, but at the same time Soul going over to blue side, so the war is won regardless. Lucasol alting forward to pick up that kill, really nice footwork there, but can he get away from this solid rock? Seems like the answer is no. And Reklat's also falling. That's a pretty big win for Red Side, as they should be able to be on that Baron, I believe. ASAP. But at the same time, Kaisa falling means they lost a big part of their DPS, so maybe they'll opt to just push out lanes, gain some stability on the map. But evidently not, as Scion TP's forward. Malphite also TP's in to try and slow him down. And I honestly don't know if they're going to be able to DPS this Baron before blue side members are able to get up and running on the map. As Spooky is now up with TP, I have to assume he's going to TP in there instantly. Unibot's already fighting, and they just don't have any DPS. Spooky with a nice scatter of the week onto the backline will pick up a kill there. At the same time, Fish and Yumibot are fighting the front line, and that's the Ashe build that you want to do exactly that. Gliding. Yeah, and what looked like a good fight for Red Side now turns into almost a full sweep, and a second Baron going over to Spooky School of Fish.
I think it's a little rough that they choose to go for the Baron without their Kaisa being there.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially after that fight at bot lane too, or that drag fight. Not being able to, not for them resetting kind of hurts a lot, considering the fact that they also had no wards in their jungle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I get the play. Like, you saw all of blue side's damage dealers were gone, and I mean, you're looking at Baron, and it's like, this looks like our way back into this game, but it's really just so impossible to go for that. You have to take the feels bad play of just push all of the lanes, get some map stability for a few minutes, and maybe we can get a pick into the Baron or something. Not much of anything really going on in the bot lane, to be honest with you. Zerathal,
Very small.
blind onto this Ash. Oh, but Spooky actually with a really nice flank pops the Xerath, will fall for it, but now that gave rise to the Twitch, and this is just a completely winning fight for blue now, as Rek'Lats flashes forward. The top lane fight, neither of them has lost HP still, but that seems like it's going to
Like
be
a
a
win on
game.
their blue side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't even need the Ashe DPS. They just got hands. They're fighting.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, say whatever you want, but I think that game ultimately there was just a lot of really, really easy to execute ults from the side of Spooky School of Fish to set up for Rek'Lat's DPS, and DPS is what that guy did.
Yeah. I think it's just really rough for red side to do anything, or I guess Pookie Patrol to do anything, really. I don't mean to take too much offense for Bean, but I think that Bean is a little bit of a downgrade from not having Tony, because I think with the way how Fioria plays, they don't really have much of a like AD heavy player that can play when they have both APs in the bot lane and the jungle. So
Yeah,
that's just my personal opinion.
definitely not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know Tony, so I can't speak on that behalf, but yeah, it felt a bit off their game for sure.
Yeah. I think I think the huge reason why I do say that too is because Tony is like originally a top laner, but he can play most of his top lane champions in the mid lane, and that just creates a hella beefy front line for
Yeah,
them,
I
which
see.
makes Fioria and Mukusol being able to kind of dish out damage without having to worry too much if they go through the front line.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see how second game plays. I'm a
Yeah.
little scared about Pookie Patrol's draft now, because like I said earlier about Tony not being able to play, so it's like I think it's gonna be a little rough.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be an easy, like, locker room talk of, like, what needs to change from game 1 to game 2 to get the win. But you never know. Crazier things have happened.
True. Yeah. I'm not too sure about Furia's champ pool, as I don't really know his like play style too much. I just know
Mm-hmm.
that he plays a lot of AP junglers.
Yeah,
So
he definitely is a little bit lacking on the AD jungle front, but I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, I couldn't personally. I can't remember anything specifically that he plays AD, like none of his main picks at least, but he's always cooking up something. I'm sure he has it in there.
yeah.
We'll see if
Nice.
that need is required this game though.
Yeah. I'm curious if second game will bring to third game. I'm also curious if now that it seems like they're switching, if red side will ban Aphelios again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I believe I don't think it's maybe it is just swap, but I know in other times it's just loser picks side. I don't know how that's being done this season, but it appears that Spooky School of Fish is going to take red side or be on the red side this game. Oh.
Seems like it is the official switch.
Okay.
Pookie Patrol will be on blue side while Spooky Fish will be on the red side. I forgot his team name for a second. Something spooky, something something. I wonder how they came up with their names. How did you create yours?
Okay. Draft is reset. There we go. How How did we create ours? That is a good question. I don't even remember. I think someone just chose. It might have been AI generated, to be honest.
What is your team name?
Respectfully better, and we are
Oh.
0-2 currently. If you were curious.
It's okay. It's better than us. We're 0-4 right now.
Oh no! Wait, you
Big.
played like 4 series or 4 games?
Oh yeah, 0-2. Sorry, but
Oh,
we
okay,
have
okay.
lost all 4 games.
Okay, we have
Yeah.
1 win. So I guess it could be
It is
worse.
definitely better than ours. I think my team has struggled just a little bit trying to find ourselves in our
Find your
roles
footing.
because we've had some issues. So I think with this new addition, it might help us a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. Worst case, you vibe, you know.
Yeah, but I'm not too worried. I think uh, not knowing the new ADC that we have
Mm-hmm.
might be a little bit of a downgrade. Cause I know Shioma and I were pretty big ADC players, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean I'm not too afraid, cause you know we all have our like ways of playing and
Yeah.
just how we can play in other roles. So
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
not too afraid. Back to 3 support bands for River Otter.
Yeah, and that is I guess their main thought of concern. And looks like we're
Yeah.
gonna see the Aphelios first pick, and most of the time I'd say like, why is Red Side only banning supports? They're scared of the challenger support main on the other team.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised considering the fact that he has a pretty wide champ pool. Just I think banning the champions that they don't want to go against because of the way how they play might make sense for what they want to do.
Yeah.
I do think it's a little interesting that they're giving Aphelios to Mukasol, but if not to put too much offense on Mukasol, but he's not too good of a Aphelios player considering that we have I think we have 3 strong Aphelios players. So
Yeah, and Aphelios is in a pretty good spot right now, so I'll be interested to see if this does pan out. But yeah, the downside to first picking Aphelios like this is you get a Nautilus insta-lock where it's like he's just gonna click R on you, and then what do you do?
yeah, I'm a little too surprised that they didn't choose to like kind of get rid of any of the engaged supports if they wanted to pick Aphelios. But
Mm-hmm.
I can't really say a lot considering that they have their own plans.
Yep.
It,
And I
I
think
think Aphelios. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I think if River Otter is involving himself in these draft discussions, then theoretically he's at least aware enough to pick something like, I know I can just pick Tarek into the Nautilus or whatever CC, and you'll be safe, So maybe it's worth it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they had planned. And also, it could be a Tarek jungle, which would be pretty
Has
funny.
Ferreira played Tark Jungle?
He has. I don't know if he has it prepped, but he definitely has played it before. So maybe it's a flex. We'll see. If I had to imagine, Tarek's pretty good into the Nautilus on its own, as if it ever gets hooked, then you kind of have an instant Tarek stun, and then, as far as I'm aware, Tarek kind of just beats him down after that.
Yeah.
Spook action on the Oriana. I don't mind that, but yeah, now Pookie Patrol gets to ban some of these ball delivery systems from the enemy, where they have jungle top lane left to pick.
Yep. Yeah. Jungle top lane. I think it's a little interesting that both sides have opted to kind of always play uh bot or pick bot side first over top and jungle.
Mm-hmm.
I think just kind of understanding competitive play. Like I've seen so many people opt to like prioritize top and jungle first, or like top mid or anything. But yeah, I think it's a little interesting that they this team, it feels like they're trying to play heavy on bot side.
Yeah, I don't watch too much pro play. I couldn't tell you about like pick order, but in my experience, like the easiest roles to blind pick are like jungle and bot are like pretty close to each other. Yeah. I personally would give it. Can we just watch the mid matchup? Uh, yeah, we'll get a highlight reel going. Don't worry. But yeah, just the I would give the easier role to pick as jungle, just because if you don't want to, you kind of don't have to face your opponent in a lane or
Yeah,
at all. Like if you know where he's pathing, just path somewhere else and you'll be fine.
yeah, for sure. Would that be a Mundo for Ferreira or Pierre?
Um,
Curious. I don't
it's
know if Pierre plays Mundo.
Pierre. I think he would. I don't know if he plays it often, but I think he would play it, and I don't think it's something he would have too much trouble with. Um, but yeah, we'll find out right here.
Oh,
It seems like that's going to be a Feoria Mundo.
yeah. I wouldn't be entirely surprised if Yumi Bot decides to play Varus here, as he's played only one game of Varus. Oh wait, Varus is banned
Oh,
actually. I guess that's favorable for Pierre.
honestly, yeah, Varus would have been a pretty strong pickup into the pretty beefy team.
Yeah, Pierre has had some unlucky situations where going against Varus in the solo queue or when we five stack. So
Braum. Okay, so they're opting to flex the Nautilus, I think, to top lane. Yeah, Yumibot gets that.
I wonder
Interesting.
how Nautilus will do into Urgot, considering that he doesn't have as tanky or as much durability compared to Urgot early game.
Yeah, we'll see. I could not tell you.
I think this is a pretty classic bot lane from Fish, or Fish's team,
Mm-hmm.
considering that Herzl often plays Braum,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a pretty safe pick of Sivir into Aphelios. I don't know if Sivir is too good into Aphelios though.
Yeah, that's
I
kind
just
of
know
what I was
that
thinking.
Yeah, I just know that Shioma, when he played Sivir into Fish's Aphelios, it was kind of sided onto Shioma's side. He was kind of
Mm-hmm.
diffing Fish surprisingly. So
Yeah. I mean, from my perspective, it's like whatever really is whoever really if the enemy can outrange Aphelios and like harass him early game, then it's usually pretty solid into it. But like with the Sivir, you kind of just shove a wave, harass under tower, shove a wave, harass under tower. You just you don't make
yeah,
it easy for Aphelios to play. But if Aphelios gets like 3 items, 4 items, it's just that's a dead Sivir and 2 auto attacks.
yeah, for sure.
And here we go. Now into Champ Select. They are locking in their stuff, so hopefully we can get into game pretty soon.
How do you feel about ADCs opting to go Inspiration second for cashback? Have you been abusing it?
Oh yeah, I've been doing that. I've been buying coal. I've been getting money on my quest. I think it's really good because you already get so much. Um, congrats to Fish for the 2-0. We don't know that. We don't know that. But yeah, no, I've been going that. I've been going. I really like biscuits on ADC because it gives you a little bit more health, scaling. And
Yeah.
if you take like biscuits and scaling health, then you kind of have the early trades. You get the health back from the biscuits where you lack the flat health in the last three things. So you kind of get to go double scaling health with no downsides, but triple tonic's also good. I don't really go that rune very often though. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never really gone triple tonic. I know that a lot of ADCs do though. That level 9 thing where you get the extra skill point. But
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been a believer for it. I'm a believer in the cosmic insight, so I can
Oh
get
yeah,
early so or at least I can get flash early faster.
yeah. I really like going cosmic insight into lanes where I need like cleanse or something, and it's like key that I have it up for fights. That way,
Oh yeah, that
I
makes
have
sense.
like flash cleanse up. It's just so much easier
Yeah.
to play, and that you get
Yeah.
to go cash back too. It's very nice.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I typically go for it because I'm like a person that likes to be a playmaker, which
Mm-hmm.
obviously I probably shouldn't be as an ADC, but I do stuff like that, and so it's just like that's just kind of the way how I play.
Yeah. I mean, to each their own
That's,
playstyle. That's how you get good as
yeah.
ADC is limit testing. You
Oh
know?
yeah. Oh yeah. That is the only reason why I'm playing like that main right now,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, 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 yeah. Looks like Pierre getting a little bit of an advantage early game onto Yumi bot. Both opting for Ignite. Once again, both
Yeah, I
junglers
still
clearing top to bot as well.
yeah, I still think that it's a lot of interesting that they wanted to flex the Nautilus towards topside or topside jungle and support. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what can I say? This is their comp in their team, so
Yeah.
not too surprised.
Yeah. No, I think it makes sense given that I think the bot lane matchup was pretty bad if they took Nautilus bot. Um,
Yeah.
I almost would have opted, like, obviously, Herzl's Chimp was maybe the limiting factor here, but I think some type of enchanter would have gone much better. Like, imagine a Lulu into this Taric instead of a Braum is okay, but it's just not easy to play.
Yeah.
And that's Pierre with a Flash Ignite, getting that
Yeah,
last
that's
auto
what I
for a first blood.
Yep, that's what I was kind of expecting, because Nautilus doesn't have too much durability considering that Urgot has a lot of base damage
Mm-hmm.
early game and a lot of durability too, so that's what I was kind of worried about for red side.
That will be Feoria beating Reckless to that first crab as both of them charge headfirst towards that second one, saying, I want it this time. I think Feoria doesn't have smite, so he might just have to concede this, but at the same time, bot lane is taking a few short trades, but nothing serious yet.
That's having to burn flash to get out of that river fight.
Interesting, but he does pick up the crab at least. Both junglers about the same time.
Yeah.
What are you surprised about?
Oh, just a little surprised that, considering that they got the ward on the red side jungle, that if they didn't see Mundo there, Shyvana chose not to go top side before the bot crab. That's what I see often with junglers, where
Mm-hmm.
they see a stronger jungler getting, or a faster jungler getting there to that crab, they just like dip to the other crab.
Yeah.
As Aphelios and Taric are putting a lot of pressure on the Silver Braum, with Rek'Lats being on the Urgot.
Pierre doing a lot of damage, but not able to take anyone with him, unfortunately. Dude, that right there like the Aphelios blue Q onto the Gravitum root. That's like one of my favorite things to do on that champ early game. To push that wave, like it just insta kills it. Spooky
I'm
action
also
getting his
surprised
first
that-
recall off. Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm also surprised that supports don't, or these two supports don't opt for the unsealed spellbook for like map pressure.
Yeah, it's definitely. I see that in pro play, and it was big a few patches ago, but I never really knew why it was considered like meta or the stronger option to go.
I think it's because of the amount of pressure that both supports can have if they have unsealed spellbook. As we speak, Yumi and Pierre are taking small trades.
Beating each other off a little bit in the top lane, you know.
Might not look too good for Yumi considering that Pierre just hit level 6.
Yeah. Same time, River Otter getting a little bit caught out, and he will fall to that last auto attack. And this looks like a not the worst fight for Pookie Patrol. Or Spooky's School of Fish. Wrong side. Yeah, and that will
It's a little
be
rough.
that will be the Shyvana getting first dragon here.
That is definitely not what you want to see for blue side.
No, not ideally.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll have any answers for the next 3 drakes. Possibly 4. Excuse me.
Sivir poking down the spot lane just a little bit. Tarek and Aphelios with red have a little bit of healing, so maybe it's okay. Even bot with a nice hook on the wall to get out
Yeah.
just in time there. Even bot with a nice gank setup, very well coordinated play there. This is Aphelios red white. This certainly doesn't look like the most losing fight, as Aphelios is level 6, but opted to just run away as he was getting hit by the Braum stun at the start of that fight, and Herzl will be able to just walk away.
Both junglers on the bot side not looking at their herald. I mean, their grubs. I'm curious what they're gonna do here if they're gonna choose to fight.
You're taking a lot of damage from this Nautilus, as I guess the Faded Ashes are doing work. And this guy's just kind of getting burned to death. Yumibot might be looking for an all-in right around now. Alt is not quite back up, as Piers is with Ignite Flash, so not exactly easy to play, but maybe wait a little bit and he'll have the confidence with Alt to go in for the kill. Oh, and both both top laners looking to flash at each other. Oh, and Pierre barely picks up the kill. Wait, what a banger engage. That was kind of hilarious, actually. Dragon Ball Z moment. Mm-hmm.
Kind
So
of helps a lot considering that Pier loves to split push. I also think that blue side also has a lot more side lane pressure compared to red side.
yeah, definitely. As far as I know, Victor wins um, in the 1v1 against Oriana, as well as Urgot should always be winning in the 1v1 versus Nautilus,
Yep.
if all things are equal. Mikey Mike the Moneymaker. And funny enough, both top lanes have the exact same CS. Um, both they're just kind of duking it out. Yumibot has picked up 2 assists here, whereas Pierre's gotten 2 kills. So it might be a little bit. Pierre might be a little bit stronger, but Valin looking to trade a little bit onto Sivir and Braum, but they are going to get engaged on as... Oh, that Terracolt just barely had enough time to go out, but I'm not sure it's going to even save him. As, yeah, Muka just falls to the Shyvana anyway, and River Rudder is going to have to use Flash to get out of there. And seems as he is safe, but Valin taking a lot of damage here. And I think the main impact of that fight, in my opinion, was just we have another fight going on. Maybe not. But no, there was like Sivir and Braum really just like walked in such a way that led Aphelios right into that edge and made it really easy for Reklats to ult right on his face and then pick up that kill. And second drag, which is probably the more important part. Yeah, Rod Victor. Bean was hyping up the the Jimmy build earlier today.
Oh yeah.
He's a big fan. He said you can just never die if you have like Rod and Seraphs or something.
True. But you do sacrifice a lot of damage, and I think that's what's something that you don't really want to do too much as a mage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I agree. Is there's not really a big threat, I feel like, that he needs to be building it for this game.
Yeah, considering the fact that they don't have anything to kind of, or at least Fish's team doesn't have anything to kind of get on the back line.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's not needed.
Yeah, they're a pretty front-to-back comp for sure.
Yeah.
Sivir popping ult to try and get away from here. Herzl tags Fioria, but Sivir with a nicely timed spell shield and flash out, and they might opt to try and turn this fight. Muka has a lot of chakrams going for him here. That will be 1 kill picked up. Muka just getting more chakrams. This guy is maybe too many. And that's Aphelios turret going crazy. Crazy with damage. Fish once again having a nice spell shield to block that Taric stun. And Taric will actually fall because of that. Spooky action coming in with the flash to pick up that kill onto Aphelios. Really just a lot of hectic fights going on here. As blue side, that is Pookie Patrol, finds their way into this game, digging their claws in a little bit. Wow, and that Nautilus E alone just completely one-shotting the backline. Kind of crazy.
I think it helps a lot with the Leandri's spy.
Yeah.
Not so sure how this fight will end up going. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause it doesn't look too good for red side.
You know, I think it could have been done with Bot having alt and ignite, but they opt for the safer play to just relax, and it makes sense. Like, it's not easy to hit that Urgot through the minion wave, especially with the Nautilus hook. So it's definitely not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Oh wow, and that will be Bot falling as he is quite squishy into this juggernaut. Feria looking for a pick on to squeak action here, but Braum is coming to help him out and pressures the jungle support duo from Pookie Patrol away.
It's looking a little scary for red side, considering that Pier is really far ahead. They don't have much of a front line for blue side.
Mm-hmm.
So walking into this Drake might be a little scary.
Yeah,
I don't know how much severe damage can do.
The thing I'm really looking at here is Spooky Action able to get a really good Orianna ult, and I think hits just unfortunately the one with Rod of Ages, and at the same time the fight on the other side is not going very well either for Spooky School of Fish, and that will be a lot of gold going over to Pookie Patrol into this game, as well as their dragon.
I think Fish's team was trying to pinch too much for the Orianna ulti. That's what it seemed like, but I don't think they could have put enough pressure at bot side for Orianna ulti to be too useful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was definitely not easy given that Spooky Action, I think the main way he can even get these Orianna ults is through Rek'Lat's Shyvana ulting into the team, but he was just not connected with Shyvana that entire fight and opted to just use it to engage. Mukasol does have red-white here, but he's feeling a little scared because it's hard to just walk into a Braum, even despite having those strong guns.
Definitely, yeah. And he loses all the chakras, considering that Braum shield takes all the chakras away, which is so sad.
Is that how that works, really?
Yeah, any type of shield, or like kind of wall or wind wall takes away all the chakras when all the chakras have hit or made contact with the wall.
Gotcha. Learn something new
Which
every
is
day.
really sad.
Yeah, no, it's that's really weird.
Yeah, that's why Samir is a huge counter into Aphelios and Yasuo as well.
Gotcha.
Because they just have a wind wall to just put in front of the Aphelios when he has red-white, and it's just he can't really do a lot.
Pierre with a really nice E buffer to get himself to safety there out of that fight. Even on 100 ping. It's impressive stuff. Being getting a little bit of move speed with that Q, I believe. That's how it works.
Yep.
Able to get away from the Bot actually doing pretty much the same thing with his Q to get out of danger just a few seconds later. It's pretty funny. About hooking the wall, unfortunately, but it does not matter. But it was extremely close to mattering. Herzl, I believe, is just going to be able to walk out here. Riverwater will do the same. Jimstone won that Xin Zhao mid game though.
Wait, what?
Um,
He played a Xin Zhao mid.
yeah, so in the other league, the one that just finished the season, I was on a team with Jimstone and YumiBot, and there's two others, but us two, we were drafting one game, and I forget exactly how it happened, but we were flexing Xin Zhao somewhere, and then we're like, we don't want it jungle. Can we take it top lane? And then top lane, the matchup looked really atrocious, and we're like, all right, we're sending it mid lane. And then we played Xin Zhao mid.
That's great. That's just great.
And then
That's
we
really
and then
great.
we won. So not even close.
This was in the MF Reformed League, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I got to watch the game, but I watched the third game for sure.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And it was kind of fun to watch because it seemed like it was kind of going back and forth, but definitely your side was taking like a lot of space with the Teemo streams.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that game.
That was great to watch.
Yeah, we had a little bit of fun that game because it was a best of 5 and we'd won the first 2 games, so we were
Yeah,
just
it's
kind of
pretty good,
dicking around a
considering how
little
I was
bit.
drafted.
Yeah.
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 Were you the captain of the team?
Yes, I was.
That's pretty cool. You drafted a pretty sick team.
Yeah. All very fun people to play with. Very happy to have that. Pierre maybe getting caught out again, but he might be able to find enough damage onto YumiBot. Yeah, and he might just turn this, and it's kind of looking like he's going to get a 1v3, but this Braum stun, yeah, just barely will fall. But Pierre does force out Spooky's flash and go 1-for-1 while drawing 3 people up there. I would call that a win, personally.
Yeah, for sure. I think that I personally think that allows Blue Side to kind of get a lot of more control in the Baron.
Yeah.
But it seems like Recklats has something to do with it because he's chasing the turret.
Yeah.
Looks like they're trying to answer the Baron as they grab the dragon. Not sure if Red Side has enough DPS to kind of get through the Baron as they leave.
Yeah, they recognize it early, which is better than recognizing it later and are able to just walk out. Although, not really a huge fan of the TP top lane, as maybe YumiBot thought a fight was about to break out, but he ends up just having to back off anyway.
I think some small miscommunication.
Yeah. And Pierre capitalizing that by TPing himself to the opposite side of the map, just picking up that standing gold in those towers. Yeah, there's 2 towers now going over to Pookie Patrol.
Yes, Pierre might be getting caught again.
Yeah, he might. Oh, if he hit the ults, probably still. Oh no, it maybe would have done something, but unfortunately, ult going just a little bit wide and he will die. Faria taking a lot of damage here as well. Tark ult coming out, but not much really is done about that. Oh, the blue affiliate assault does end up killing the enemy ADC, but Spooky Action and Recklets are there to DPS down.
I think that's Baron for red side if they choose to go Baron.
Yeah, it definitely could be.
Doesn't seem like it.
They don't have like the most DPS for it, but I mean in Shyvana, Orianna, they should be able to. As far as mages and junglers go, there's pretty good ones, or those are pretty good ones to fight that Baron with. Instead, they're opting to look mid, but that's Jimmy build Victor. He might have 1 KP, but damn if he's not unkillable.
Looks like they're going for their Baron last minute again. Well, I guess sorry once.
Oh, it's not your
for
build.
the first time. It's not looking too good for red side.
No, not at all. As yeah, they just started a little bit too late, I believe. And this Victor ult is kind of going crazy, not doing the most damage, but yeah, Victor not quite finding anymore. But that, yeah, ultimately, huge win, as that is Baron Nashor going over to blue side. He saw blood.
Yeah,
That's
you for
why.
sure did. If only he had ulti to kill Yumi.
If only he had
think he-
any damage.
And the Civic damage is low key.
Yeah, the ricochets are
Doing a lot.
chunking the hell out of this team. Aphelios just a little bit too low to go in. Does have the red. Oh, and almost picks up the Sivir on the turn, which would have been made the rest of that fight a little more interesting. But Fish able to pick up that kill there. And that's going to be a very, very big part of blue side's Baron pressure, just straight up gone. Oh, I should turn on that.
Yeah. I'm curious. Well, not curious. I'm surprised that Fish decided to go with the Mortal Reminder for Grief Wounds instead of going the LDR. But I guess they don't have too much of a, or blue side doesn't have too much of HP scaling.
He might not know about the Giant Slayer passive.
Oh,
no, I'm sure he does. That is really funny though. No, yeah, it's just I feel like blue side. I mean, you have the Mundo, you have the Scion. Like, you probably get value, like full value out of it, but it's just hard for anyone else on red side, I think, to really apply this heal cut. Like Nautilus maybe picking up a Oblivion Orb could do something, but Orianna could as well, but it's not consistent. So I guess they made the decision.
To ulti early for the fight.
Yeah, just needs to poke down as much as they can. Speed action kind of on the flank here, not really in range of a impactful Oriole. Speed action opts to ult a little bit early, unfortunately doing no damage, and red side is kind of getting run down here, but Sivir pumping these damage numbers up, and at the same time not falling. Oh, never mind. Never mind. It's a really good sniper snipe on the Aphelios ult.
He is distracting us with the action, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, Aphelios putting actually a lot of work in that fight. Same with Sivir, but yeah.
It's kind of something I was a little worried about, considering that he went. Because I think if he went LDR for the Giant Slayer, he probably would be able to shred through the front line
Yeah.
a lot faster than what he did now.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree.
I mean, he doesn't have the same mindset like us. Every game.
Dude, I might have to now. Seems OP.
I don't think I've ever bought a Mortal Reminder at all in my solo queue games as I play ADC. I think I've only bought LDR.
And looks like the next fight on this map is going to be Baron in 2 minutes, followed by possible Soul for Pookie Patrol. But, you know, if Spooky Schoolfish do get this Baron, then it's not going to make it easy for that Soul to be confirmed. Rakat's just finishing his recoil in front of Pierre's face as I have a shield.
Based.
Sivir also saying that she has a shield. So does Braum. Dang, they kind of all have shields.
Many
It's crazy.
shields. Wait, yeah, all 5 of them have shields. Oriana shield, Nautilus shield. It's a lot of shields.
It's crazy. Oh my god.
Oh,
That affiliate was just straight up went to 1 HP from like half. Yeah, red alts for a little bit more life, but
oh.
ends up having to barrier as well. Bean is in this fight, but he's really just not doing that much damage.
He's there to be there.
Yeah. Sivir trades 1 for 1. There's a really big Oriana ult there, 3-man, but at the same time, Pierre gets the snipe onto Rek'Lats, and the fear kind of dissolves that fight. And with that pick onto Yumi bot, it looks like blue side is just going to be able to start this Baron pretty much on spawn. And Spooky School of Fish not able to do much in return.
Oh, it's Spooky School of Fish.
Yeah, isn't it?
Interesting.
Am I saying the name wrong, or did you just realize something?
Oh no, I just didn't
Okay,
know.
okay.
Yeah, I think I was saying like spooky fish,
Spooky Fish.
but I didn't entirely know the name. Interesting if they made their team name surrounding spooky and fish.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, go to team name if you could get like all of the names of the team members incorporated into it somehow. But it'd also be a long team name, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. You could probably get like if all your other teams or all the players have a 3-letter name, it might
Yeah,
work.
just like a 15-letter team name. It's pretty good. Well, you could say like Spooky School of Catfish to get Yumi bot in there, because Yumi's a cat, right?
True.
Really big Oriana ult doing a lot of damage, but the Taric ults at the same time going through, and Mukasol
Julius goes
flashing
in the
forward, but
back line.
unfortunately does fall. And Pierre is also falling here, as Varia is kind of beaten on Rek'Lats, and might be able to secure this, Dragon Soul. Bean just barely living, but I mean, overall, despite numbers advantage 1 for red side, it seems that to me that Pookie Patrol won that fight, as they picked up Dragon's Soul off of it, despite only now having 1 member who has Baron.
Yeah. I think it's a little rough for those
Or
fights.
maybe
I
zero.
mean,
Zero people that have Baron. As
yeah.
Bean got a little too confident in the fact that And the fact that Jimmy build is unkillable.
Yeah, I think that fight also kind of felt a little iffy without a second like hard DPS. Like
Mm-hmm.
losing a lot of magic damage, it kind of hurts their team a lot.
Yeah, quite.
Considering that Oriana can dish out so much damage in a few seconds.
Yeah. And Aphelios can too, but. Or not magic damage, but like. Just any damage in general. But Sivir can match that. It's just. Blue side at the moment seems to just have one consistent damage dealer. And
Yeah.
Aphelios is like getting online almost 4 items. How much money? I think it's 850 to finish that. So. Probably just gonna see him
Yeah, he's definitely gonna go for the Runons.
pick
Like,
up, yeah, mid
it's
wave.
always been a huge stable that the guy really likes,
Mm-hmm.
both the player and the champion.
Oh yeah.
I think he's trying to fish for that last minute goal or the extra gold. What is the keybind to switch to see gold?
I think it's X by default.
Oh, it is. This guy has enough gold to definitely get the Runons.
Oh yeah.
As he's basing for it. Might be a little big for blue side.
Yeah,
to kinda
definitely.
Fight after it.
And unfortunately, not the best weapon rotation now, but I mean, next fight, Baron in a minute and a half. Ideally, he'll have pretty decent weapons by then, maybe blue red.
I think if they can play fight slow to get Mukaso's gun cycle to get through, I think
Yeah.
they might be able to win as Bean is pushing on bot side.
Yeah. And it's not exactly difficult to play fight slow with having that Hextech soul picked up, as the permanent slows from that are just very, very oppressive. Mukasol losing a lot of HP just off of ricochets, but Terracult coming through. Big flamethrower ult, but unfortunately, yeah, that's a winning fight for Spooky Swiftlefish, as Bean was just not really in the fight at all. Neither was Recklets, I believe, but Bean's damage evidently mattered a little more. Yeah, Spooky this time successfully waiting out the full It appears there are 3 casters. What do you mean by that?
Oh, I get it.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I just checked my Discord. I was like, what? Is there someone else? Do they need to be dragged in the booth? Bean definitely does not need to be dragged in the booth this game. No interview for him. The fans, plural.
Whoa.
Bean TPing all the way in there. Recklet's immediately flash ulting on his face, but not too much is gotten for that. Herzl might end up falling here, but seems to be able to get to safety.
Wait, what the heck? Did I miss something? Red side got Baron?
Yeah, no, they just killed everyone in
heck?
that fight and then just sprinted at it and got it.
Okay, that makes sense. I alt tabbed for a bit.
Yeah, same. Another fight breaking out here as Terracult goes through, but Mukasol having to flash away before it's popped. Even bot hook goes a little bit wide. Bean getting damage in, but they're just not falling. Mugasol pops instantly, and this seems like a one fight for blue, and that might just be the game right there.
Good comeback from.
Yeah, I mean,
Side.
it's not necessarily over yet if Spooky's able to clear these waves. There's some counterplay, but it seems Spooky is, yeah, just going to fall. The fans want the 0413 sub to be in the booth. Interesting.
As Pete says, I don't need kills.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very interested to see the damage charts after this game, because yeah, and that was a little bit of what we called in before the first draft even was Pierre's a very consistent, solid top laner. If he's able to take over this top lane, it's just going to be very difficult to play, and it seems Spooky School of Fish kind of gave themselves not a ideal matchup in the top lane this game. Oh, can I not see?
I'm looking at their matches to see if it loads.
Let's see.
Well, I guess it doesn't. Sadly.
Hold on, what if we ask? Little Demacia Rising action going on.
Fair enough. I haven't actually started it yet.
I have not
But
played
I'm like
that
too
much.
lazy to do it.
It's alright. It's not actually that fun. I just have nothing better to do. Wait, actually, Loki. Thank you. Pierre got us.
Yeah, I forwarded to you on Discord as well.
Wait, what? Oh, wait, what am I doing? I see. I thought the link that he sent was the thing, but it was just what he sent earlier. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay. Pierre doing a lot of ergot damage. Sivir putting in so much work with those ricochets permanently onto the Mundo and ergot. Yeah, Victor damage slightly sus, but not bad, not bad. More than Oriana, to be fair, with 11 less kills. But it is
I'm surprised about that.
yeah. 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 Okay, respect. That's a good one.
Well, as third draft goes, I'm gonna be right back. Head to the bathroom real quick.
Alright. Alrighty. Let's go there. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Boom.
Ignore for now.
Alright. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, I'm using the spectator, not stream link. I see. I see, I see. I see. Rookie mistake. How could I? Did not fix it. There we go. That should be good. All right. All right, I'm sending the stream R. I'm watching till the draft starts on my side monitor, and we're watching Los Ratones. We're watching it. GT versus Los Ratones. It's good entertainment. No spoilers. We're skipping their draft though. Oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that then. Oh well. Well, that's okay too. We can just sit in silence until the next draft starts. Oh. Hello?
A little awkward as my internet goes out.
Oh. That's
Oh well.
unlucky.
It should be hopping back on pretty soon, so. How's third draft looking like?
They have not started yet. I think, well, Spooky is back. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're waiting on, but I'm not gonna rush them.
Gives my internet some time to kind of get back to being alive again. Oh yeah, I had a question about the MF Reformed League.
Yeah.
When do you know when they're gonna do the rec league again?
Not sure. Usually there's some downtime in between seasons. It might be like, I don't know if, because a lot of the players that play in this league also play in that league, so it's like very large overlap. They might be waiting for this league to finish up and just kind of take turns, but we'll see what happens. That's a little above my pay grade to know, though, you know? River Otter, my Pookie King. Real shit. Real shit right there.
Curious how long my internet will be out for. Usually it doesn't take this long.
Well, the good news is they still haven't started draft, so you got time.
That's good. It's very good.
Okay. Seems that people are ready for the draft. I'm certainly ready. so we can go ahead whenever that gets started.
Hopefully my internet comes back up by the time draft has finished.
Mm-hmm. Pookie Patrol opting to ban out Yumi Batsvaris. I think now a third game in a row.
I
Respect.
would not be too surprised.
You know, I think they had first pick. I'm surprised they didn't just take the Varus. Put Pierre on that.
I don't know if they want to have Pierre play a range top like that.
Spooky School of Fish not opting to change up the type of bans I guess they're giving. I think the individual bans might be different, but still banning 3 supports as they identify River Otter as the biggest threat. And then we're going to see a first pick Lilia, which is funny because Feria almost never gets to play that champ on in a league anymore, as it's generally banned one of the first 3 against him pretty much every game. But also, in turn, because of that it's banned often, it means he doesn't play it as often, so maybe it's a little rusty. We'll see.
What, the Diana has been picked for Egglots?
Seems so. Could maybe go on to Spooky Action as well. Opting for a Kinnan top, most likely, for Yumibot, which is interesting to see, as they are red side, so it could get that confirmed counter pick, which I think would be very helpful for this top lane, as Pierre's not an easy person to give counter pick to, as that will likely get abused. He picks up Nasus into it. Not really sure what that matchup is like at all, to be honest, but I would have to imagine that the person counterpicking gets the favorable matchup. So we'll see. Mukasol opting to take Jin this game, which I really like because it's just a really nice utility ADC to help set up plays made by Feoria and Pierre on Lilia and Nasus respectively. As it's
for sure
a lot easier to land a Jin W when they're slowed by 99% for 4 seconds, or put to sleep, etc.
I also think it's just a comfort pick that Mukasol has because it's one of his best, well, it is, if not his best ADC in his champ pool. So he has played this champion with almost 700,000 mastery points. So this is his comfort champion.
This is quite a lot of mastery. Spooky School of Fish opting to ban Beans Hui, potentially. Draft tool is not really doing anything.
I think it makes sense considering that Kennen and Diana are just all going and they need to get rid of any anti-dive. Curious if they ban the any other hook champions, because what is out? Nautilus, Thresh right now because of the ban. Bard.
Yeah, Bard.
Braum is out.
Braum's out. I forget what River Otter played first game. That is also out, but There's still a few. Could even be like a blitzcrank or something. Would be interesting.
I think it's a little interesting that they pick support on 4 without knowing their support. But I guess it doesn't matter too much considering that they have a Jin as ADC.
Yeah. Yeah, they're opting to give mid lane counter pick, which I don't know. I think it would personally be better served on either top or support, but this is the strat that Spooky School of Fish wants to go with. River Otter opting for Renata Glask into the engage heavy Diana Kinnan makes a lot of sense. I forget what the context was. It might have just been a random custom game, but I remember playing into Renata the other day as a Philios and absolutely just shredding one of my teammates because I was doing Baron and I had a
Oh yeah, that was me.
Oh, was it you that I killed?
Yeah, I was the one that played Renata.
You okay. Yeah, but I panicked because I saw the Renata ult coming towards me and I thought I was on my white gun, but I clicked W and switched to my white gun before getting hit by it and just like two-shot someone. It's like, fuck.
That makes more sense of why I was like, what the heck? This guy killed his support?
Yeah, just like instantly.
That was great.
How's it going, Hardy?
I'm curious if you guys are if both teams are able to wait just a little bit longer for my internet to come back up. It looks like it's almost done booting, so yeah. I mean, I see the internet pop up on my computer, so I might be able to join soon.
It's good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear from you too, Hardy. Your little book. Just a chill little Sunday. Oh, okay. Well, I was trying to tell them to wait for a few seconds to get you back, but they just started champ select. I think worst case you can just right click and spectate. Like just from the client.
I might be able to do that.
Yeah, just a little 1,300 page book. Yeah, that's all.
Can't forget to add the part that he says that it's starting to fall apart.
Yeah. Maybe if it falls apart, like some of the pages will get like gone, and then it'll actually be just a little book. Mass production paperbacks, but I guess at least it was cheaper. But yeah, that is crazy for 1,300 page book to be printed like that. Oh, jeez. What series are you reading? I don't read that much, but I'm curious. Alright, we are in game. And I think that's all I need to do. Cool. Alright. Okay. Let's see. Fish opting to go cleanse, which makes a lot of sense. You have CC from pretty much, no, literally everyone on that team. Um, oh no, I'm not gonna get a gank. Fuck. Yeah, no. Cleanse value is gonna be huge this game. Maybe even I would opt for a, like, if this game goes very late, opt for a QSS on that Jinx as well, because having five people that can CC you and with any CC is just death. Pretty important. I'm gonna have to deny that message from going through because automod flagged that. Okay, big trades going on here. And that will be first blood for the Jhin. Yeah, both flashes burned for flash heal. Seems worth it to me. Bean taking
I'm a little surprised
big
they chose
chunk.
to pick Jinx into this, as I know Fish has not played a lot of Jinx recently.
Well, it was first time for everything. Jinx
And he
is
is an
pretty
83.
strong right now.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that he's not like too rusty on Jinx, as it's like not mechanically like he doesn't have
Yeah.
to be like so mechanical on her, so
Yeah, no, it's not super intense champion, but very fun to play. Yumibot getting a really good trade onto Pierre here. Tries to opt for the kill as Recklets dashes under tower, lives without having to burn flash, which is cool. And also by doing that, he sets up a slow push for Yumibot to just recall. But unfortunately, and also in the process, he falls to Feoria. Anivia egg gets popped in the mid lane, but nothing really comes of that. Yumibot with the electrocute, putting in a lot of work in these short trades before Nasus has been able to really scale up, of course. Jhin getting a BF sword on that first back feels very, very good for him as well. Compared to Jinx, had to budget a little more, get a Cole longsword and boots. River Otter landing a nice Q, or Mukasol landing a nice W into River Otter's Renata Q, but not much really comes of that other than the poke. both junglers recalling around the same time. Clears are kind of opposite to each other, but neither have gone to Dragon, as it seems like Diana's pathing towards there now. And I don't know. Theoretically, the Jin Renata are a little bit stronger than this Jinx Nami now, but if Reklots is able to get a kill onto someone, then that reset put in a lot of work. But as that's going down, lots of health being traded here in the bot lane. Fish going down to 400 or 500 health, so makes the dragon fight just a little bit harder. Yumibot just completely all-inning Pierre there and barely living, as took only 2 tower shots. And it seems, yeah, once again, Feria picking up another kill, flashing into that bush. Had vision on Yumibot because of that sweeper. Didn't know when the recall was going to stop, so I like the flash. But seeing that, now red side going straight to this dragon, as they know it should be not contested.
And being able to get his recall might allow for some room and more in the bot lane.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, he doesn't go for the Twifties by, as he used to usually do that in solo queue when he plays after BF sword, so it's news to me.
Yeah, I mean, buying both of those other components, like Stormrazor has such a bad build path nowadays, I guess. But it just feels so bad because, like, BF sword, if you get the gold for it, it's great. But then, especially on Jin, like, you don't really want the attack speed plus Scout Slingshot is just one of the worst items in the game, in my opinion. And then
for sure,
Crit Cloak this early does not much either. So yeah, a lot of value would have been added from Swiftness Boots immediately. Nami is roaming up for this Void Grubs take, and that seems like a dead Pierre into a dead Void Grubs. So there's not really all that much that blue side's able to do in response to that, as they did not draft an early game comp.
Yeah, they're definitely playing for scaling, and considering that they picked Nasus top into the cannon, which I'm still a little surprised about.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not so sure how they're gonna do in team fights, considering that they did pick Renata into Cannon and Diana, but I'm not so sure how it's gonna do too well into them.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it's gonna play out as well, given that River Otter is obviously a very talented support player. So if he's able to deny some of these engages from like a Diana dash, a Kinnan Q, or etc. Reklots picking up a kill onto the Lilia here as they overextend just a little bit for the Yumi bot without knowing the counter gank was coming, and that might be 2 kills going over to red as their top jungle just gets stronger and stronger.
I think Yumibot having all those kills is pretty nice, considering that he's going to be the first all-in. If he had an all-in person on the team, if he has flash for the team fight. I do think it's a little scary though, because blue side, or I guess red side, doesn't have too much of a front line to like play fights for a pretty long time.
Yeah, they kind of have to just get in, kill everyone, and then have the fight be over in like 5-10 seconds tops, or else you know, Jin poke, Lilia running around, Anivia just being being Anivia, you know. Definitely gonna wreak some havoc if those aren't answered within a short amount of time. And that's why I was kind of talking about it earlier, is if River Otter is able to prevent some of these engages, like the flash engage from Yumi bot, or pull Diana out of like a jump or something, then it's going to be just so much more impactful because of this team comp.
Spooky is putting a lot of pressure on on Bean, which is kind of surprising that Ari isn't too much of a good matchup into Anivia.
I would not know.
I think it's a skill-based matchup, but considering that Anivia can kind of just AFK farm, I think she scales way harder than Ari.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
Yeah, she should.
Bean eating a lot of those charm shots might be the reason why he kind of is getting pressured a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like the Ari pick with... Oh, that that icicle is going across the map. I like the Ari pick with the Diana jungle. I think it makes a lot of sense. Bot picks up that kill, is going to fall asleep over the wall. Faria opting to flash over as well, and that should be Yumibot going down. Yeah, and lots of gold into that Lilia's pocket. Now 3 of 3 for Faria's kills have just been off the back of... Sorry? Okay. Yeah, but now all of Lilia's kills have just been off the back of Pierre dying to either Yumibot tower dive or Rek'Lat's tower dive, or both, into either counter gank or just picking up a kill on their side of the map, which is a little funny. But it seems to be working for now. Because that is going to be one accelerated Lilia. Oh yeah, Hardy, that's my mid laner too. I'm getting real worried. But able to dodge the Lilia's E just barely with the cannon speed up, despite the wither. Oh yeah, it's hitting. I think I might have been hitting like 2 hours ago, just based on the gameplay. But that being said, Anivia Bean is doing a good job of just scaling. Slight CS lead, and still 0-0-0 with the rod, with the tier. You know, he's going to be strong at some point, ideally, which is kind of the name of the game for blue side here, as Spooky Action looks to go forward. pops alts. All three of bot sides alts get popped onto the Jhin, who trades slash and returns in return, but does get out. But that might be first tower going down onto this Jinx.
Back on my PC.
Nice. Welcome back. And Pierre said I hit like 300 stacks or however much, so I'm just gonna pop Ghost, pop ult, and run you down. Stacks. Yeah, 345. And unfortunately, did not quite kill Ewing bot, so Pierre is in a little bit of trouble here. Yeah, and will fall. And that's a second tower going over to red side. And Faria once again will pick up his fourth kill from something happening top lane, Pierre dying, and then him getting a kill right after.
Seems pretty natural to me, considering that Kennen has always been pushing into the Nasus really hard.
Yeah. Pushing really fast or hard into it, and also just diving and, you know, stuff like that. Lots of pressure being applied.
Actually acting up though. I guess I'm gonna continue watching it on stream.
Nice.
I'll be a few seconds behind.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, Jinx almost at that 2-item breakpoint, has all the AD of 2 items, so it's gonna start looking pretty lethal in some of these fights when the opportunity arises. And also of note, Spooky School of Fish opted to draft a fully AP mid-top jungle, so Nasus feels very safe in opting for a first item Spirit Visage, and I think that is definitely the right choice. Directed Cam is still having a stroke.
Oh, wait, I logged in and it put me into the custom.
Oh?
Looks like I don't have to click on the spectate now.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
Like I'm already here.
Uh-huh. Jhin accidentally clicking on that Rift Herald is really unfortunate, as 1 HP turning around gave Jinx access to the eye, and then Jinx got a reset because that's how the Rift Herald works for Jinx. And kind of just not much you can do there after the supposedly misclick, but yeah, good punish from Mr. Fish. Yeah, Fish here looking very confident on the Jinx, despite apparently not having played it that often lately. And appears to be building the Hex Optics item, I think, which I have found is a lot of fun on that champion.
I have not played a single champion that has played it, so I can't say too much about it.
Mm. I think it's good, especially into like squishier teams that you're just looking to poke anyway. Oh, that Diana Q.
That's just barely missing the kill.
Yeah, it was like it kind of curved around River out of there. Funny enough.
Good engage from Yumiba and Diana.
Oh, River Otter actually saves his own life, funny enough. Muka popping the Jin ult. I'd love to see, yeah, the targets. Yeah, and that looks like, yeah, it's going to be a dead Herzl off of the Jin ult into Anivia. And even Jinx has to pop Flash here. Bean pops Flash as well. That might be a dead Jinx. Yeah.
I think his greed did not definitely paid off, because I know that feeling of trying to greed for that cannon right there.
Is that what happened? I didn't even see.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
no.
cannon was like 1 HP. He tried to auto it and
Oh,
it didn't kill it,
no.
and then he got punished.
Oh no, you hate to see it. But Loki, worth. Worth.
He didn't even get it. That's the sad part.
Yeah, but like it's the principle of the thing.
Oh yeah.
Nah, it's tough. But regardless, Jinx still in a good spot this game, very strong. But yeah, that Renata ult was so good. It barely saved his own life actually. Blue side with this Dragon priority, they have a very good setup and lots of champions to make it just really impossible or difficult for red side to even get close. Yeah, without Yumibot having this flash over the wall, there's really no easy way to get into the fight. Yes, he is just completely caught out trying to find a flank angle. But at the same time, Pierre also falls.
Yeah.
Jinx not able to do all that much with the reset, unfortunately. Speed action dashing over the wall for a charm on the River Otter, which I like. Reklet's going in, but this Anivia is just completely zoning red side's backline away from the dragon, and it's just so difficult to play. Ooh, big Nami bubble. Unfortunately not amounting to all that much. Mikasol barely living due to that barrier, and a really nice flash away from the REQ. Props to him. Played that fight well. Yeah, really, I think the star of that team fight for Pookie Patrol was Beans Anivia and Mukasol's Jin. Just finding a lot of value off of the tools in their kit. That's kind of what has to happen if blue side ever wants objectives, is they just have to get there before it spawns, set up base, and just don't let anyone from red get in. And it's tough to counterplay against that. But at the same time, Fish is now extremely strong with 3 items plus the armor pin component started. Looking pretty tough to play into that. Rek'Lat's looking for an engage onto the bot lane of Pookie Patrol, and that will be 2 kills going over to Jinx, which is right where you want him. Very nice Diana ult.
I think that's a pretty good trade-off now that Diana doesn't have flash. Kennen does, but I think if blue side plays it pretty well, then Kennen might not be able to engage as well as Diana.
Yeah. Ideally here this Nasus is gonna fall. And oh,
Oh,
Kennen getting a little angsty, a little nervous, popping the flash ult. Maybe a little prematurely or shortly. Herzl also really looking for stuff too. Does find the bubble, and Bean's flash is forced.
it's a lot of interesting that they're trying to make more plays instead of trying to force that Baron. I think they can do the Baron.
Yeah, I
just
completely
off
agree.
of- Yeah. Lilia having ulti once again.
Yeah, Lilia with the ult
That is
kills their jungler, and now I think blue side's gonna look at this Baron.
yeah.
Just a missed opportunity from Red, Spooky School of Fish, to capitalize on the previous play. Jinx ult does a nice amount of damage, but Redemption, it's not really, possible for Red
What's
side to
that?
get in.
What a Jin ulti.
Miss 100% of the shots you don't take, you know what I'm saying?
Fair. Lots of auto pings going on by Squires. They're letting Nasus bleed a lot in the top lane, which is not something that red side wants to do.
You're not really responding to that at all. Jinx kind of hurting his own team. River Otter just barely makes it out there with his shield at the end. Plus Guardian, I think. Oh, Rek'Lat does pick him up on the side, but Pierre is just still going ham on this base. Herzl is throwing bubbles at nothing. Ghosts. But probably didn't even matter if the bubble hit, to be honest. I think there's no changing death in that outcome, or in that scenario. And I think, to me, it seems like red side's playing a little reserve, just waiting for maybe some of these flashes on like Diana or the Kennen to come back up before they really look for a big fight with Jinx resets. But Jinx has the potential to just completely wipe blue side's team with flash, cleanse, 100% crit, everything that you really need. And that's one reset. But it seems like it. Yeah, it does seem like Jinx is now opting for either a QSS, maybe a Maw, but we'll see what that is that Null Magic Mantle? Yeah, what that builds into.
Yeah. I think it might be going into the QSS, I'm pretty sure.
I would probably agree, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yep.
QSS, yep. Never hurts to buy a second
Yeah.
cleanse.
Yeah, no, I've had games where I'm on like Twitch and I'm like the sole damage dealer, and I have a bunch of CC. I've taken cleanse, I've built QSS, and my support has gone the Mikhail's item. Just like, anything that anyone can do is like, I need it. I don't like
wonder if
CC.
Herzl will ever opt for that McHale's as well.
It could be good.
That would be kind of nuts if Jinx gets 2 resets and then gets randomly stunned. 1 cleanse and then another stun, and then QSS, and then stun again, and then
Yeah.
gets a reset, and then gets a McHale's. That would be pretty epic.
Yeah, because it's like there's.
I'm not entirely.
Oh.
You can go ahead.
Yeah, you could. I was just saying, there's 3 like very easy ways for this Jinx to get caught by something that they need to cleanse. You have like the Nasus Wither,
Yeah.
which just get in range of Nasus. You have the Lilia E into alt. Kennen is looking onto Bean, and Jimmy build did not save him this time, as Egg will be popped. 1 cleanse being used. Unfortunately, auto attack onto Varia was not found there, and that's a winning fight for blue in the mid lane.
This bot side is bleeding a lot for red side. Not sure if Pookie actually can hold up to Pierre. No mana for Jinx Rocket, kind of rough to kill River out of there, get a second reset.
Oh, Jinx gets the 1 kill. Looking to run away, but might be successful in it. No, not quite able to be fast enough to escape after the Inavia flashed. Now has a full QSS item, Merc Skim, so has some lifesteal there. Maybe opt for something like a BT after for even more. We'll see what happens here. But yeah, Jinx with 5 items, soon to be 6. Like, that can definitely take over fights. No flash, no cleanse. It's not easy to play anymore, but it's not impossible. A lot of ults being popped onto this Recklets, and River Otter with a nice Q to knock Yumibot away from the fight. That's both of Red Side's engages going down. So now a flashless Jinx, it's really hard to play this fight in a meaningful way, but there's a nice charm and QSS to avoid killing his own teammates. Jinx ult just barely goes wide and he gets slowed, and it's just not much to be done now, but 1 kill. It was so close to just wiping the entire fight. If anything was a little bit different there. And that will be probably the series win for Pookie Patrol, coming back from a loss in the first game to win the series 2-1. GG's.
GG's.
Alright. So now I get to interview someone. Who on that team did you think deserved to be interviewed the most? Who played the best? You can't say Bean because Well, you can't say mean. Just can't.
Yeah. I was thinking about interviewing River Otter and how he like kind of viewed the 3 games that he played, because I think he played pretty well.
Yeah, I'd be very happy to interview River Otter. I could also see Feoria making a case for MVP, especially that 3rd game. Pierre played extremely well the 2nd game to carry his team to that victory, but a little lacking the 3rd. But I mean, that's to be expected with how much attention he got from the jungle.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, whoever wants to hop in for the interview, just if you can see this chat, just hop in. But if not, you can just hop in a different VC and I can drag you. Currently, the only one I see in a different VC is PB Bandit, but he wasn't in the games. Well, hello.
I don't know if it's CCast or Booth, so this is what you get.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just saying, like, I could drag him if you wanted to hop in a
Oh, you
different.
have admin first.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but no, you'll do. I mean, we can talk to both of you. I'm not picky.
We don't mind.
I'm not picky.
Nah.
Okay, so how did you guys, from your perspective, change mindsets, I guess, after a pretty tough loss in game 1, coming back in games 2 and 3?
Like game 1 we scuffed draft, and then game 2 and 3 we didn't.
Yeah,
Pretty
no,
straightforward.
no,
We had no damage for anything game 1, so once
Com-
we had enough damage, game felt simpler.
completely agree that it was just a lot easier for the other team to play that game 1 draft where they had the assassin in the jungle just running around and following off of really, really easy engage tools.
And like whenever we had a play that worked in our favor, like there were a couple times where we were able to take out the jungler and like look at an objective, and then we just like weren't able to actually take it because damage was lacking.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it was a little depressing.
Yep. Just scuffed game 1 draft, turned it around game 2 and 3. Did you notice that in game 3, I think the first 4, maybe 5, but definitely 4 of your kills on Lilia were solely to things that, like, you just happen to be, like, pathing towards top lane 30 seconds before Reklats, or after Reklats was.
The top lane.
Sure, but you were there, and then there was like a random dive.
Pierre, someone gets really low, and I
Yeah,
just trash.
you
It was
just
great.
walk in. I was like, yeah, I'll take that kill. No,
Yep.
we counted 4. I'm not sure if the 5th one was there, but it's pretty funny.
I think it was 4.
Yeah.
It was the first 4. All of them were. It was great. I'll take it, you know. And Pierre, as he said after the game, Pierre was looking pretty freaking strong for 0-9 and 5.
Yeah.
At the end of it.
Yeah, I hate that we can't see the damage charts on Spectator anymore, but I'd had to imagine that he was putting in some work.
On towers, yes, not on champs.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's all we needed.
That's fair.
We just needed to press W on Jinx and go hit some towers.
See, I know you were playing a few like warm-up games before this, but did you have like a talk with your team? Like, what were you expecting from this series? Was it looking like
Nope.
good thoughts or nothing?
No, we had no communications.
Nothing.
Barely
Very nice.
any ban notes. A lot of that conversation sort of happened during game 1 draft.
Nice.
Which might be why we scuffed draft.
Potentially.
Maybe next time we can try and start the conversation 5 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
But
Preparation is always a nice thing to have, for sure.
True.
Yeah, pulling up damage charts from that last game, Jinx did quite a lot.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. But
I mean, UB bot on the cannon was no slouch either.
yeah, for sure. Lots to be done there.
Respect to UB forgot about the cannon pick.
Yeah.
And then setting that in blind, crazy.
I didn't know he had that dog in him either.
Right?
Where was this during
That's
the
your support,
MF Rec
baby.
League season? Not anymore. Tears.
Well, yeah.
But yeah. No. Okay. Any other thoughts that you want to share to the world? To the enemy team, to other teams in general? Shit talk.
No, I don't want to say anything because I was just happy to get to play my champions. You know? So keep 3-banning support. I guess that's my message.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Only ban the challenger support that can play pretty much anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really good strategy, and everyone should keep doing it.
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out for one game. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly why we scoped the draft. It was because of the jam and thresh bans.
All right.
But good games overall. Thanks to Bean for subbing on relatively short notice and holding it down.
Yeah, played pretty well.
Yeah, the bird is as good as it ever was. You know. Loves Anivia.
He loves Anivia. He loves the Jimmy build, as he likes to call it.
Yeah, Rod of Ages every champ, every game. Merc treads every game. Just go tank mage and never die.
Hell yeah.
But thanks for casting as well.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for co-casting with me, Nero, by the way. And with that, folks, I shall call it there. We'll catch you for the next game, whenever that is. Peace.